Yo, yo, yo! Jesse Pinkman in the
Hi, I'm Omar G.
And I'm Mandozi.
And today we have a TV review.
Breaking Bad.
That's right, episode 10, 5B.
Buried.
Yes. Why is it called Buried? Did you know?
It's actually called Buried because the main purpose of this episode is that Walter White is burying the money. It could also symbolize that Skyler's trying to bury the past and try to rub it off with dirt so they won't catch up.
Or the money is burying them.
Or the money is, yeah, touche.
Well, let's talk about the episode. So it starts with Hank, confronting Walter White. Walter is leaving the garage. And what does Walter do as soon as the garage closes? He reacts as soon as possible and try to get a hold of Skyler. But who beats him to it?
Hank. So he looks and he sees that Hank's on the phone, and now it's a race to Skyler. And unfortunately, Hank wins.
Yes, so Skyler meets up with Hank in a fancy restaurant, so they're talking. They're talking, that Hank tells her that your husband, Walter White, is the man behind all this crystal meth. So what does Hank do next?
He tries to record her conversation and try to get a statement and a piece of evidence saying that she is saying that Walter White is Heisenberg.
But Skyler is a smart woman and she knows not to snitch on her own husband. And that famous line that she said, "Am I arrested? Am I arrested? Am I arrested?" Sorry. Go ahead. That was a good scene. It was a really nice scene.
It was a really good
scene. Hank, Hank and Skyler going at it was really fun.
It was
and also, Hank, what made me laugh too was that Hank going, that little thing he does all the time. How about, you go, yeah, it's fun, As
the little bubbling thing.
Yeah.
So the next thing that we go back to Walter White and he goes to the car wash and he sees that Skyler's not there. So he stays on his feet and he has to make a big move. So what he does is he calls our good man Saul Goodman.
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. And unfortunately, they're trying to get a hold of Jesse to make sure that they're all on the same level. He went disappearing, as well as the money situation, because they have a feeling that they can track back with the money. So Walt gets his good man, Saul's good man, the bodyguard, and they go get the money for him, and Walter starts burying the money in the middle of nowhere, gets the coordinates, and writes it on a lottery ticket.
So Saul's guys, the one to get the money, do you have a feeling that they had, they stuck maybe a couple of $1,000
Yeah,
and they
who
put
knows?
it? I think they did.
Probably.
And Walter's fine with it.
with that. If anything, he gave him a cut. Remember, he even gave him a little bit more.
Yeah,
for
if Walter
if
has,
something went wrong.
Yeah, Walter has so much money. I don't think he'll even know. Well, yeah, so he buries the money. That scene was awesome,
Yeah.
He goes to the desert a lot, and he's going to be going back there for that money. No one's going to know where that money is.
No one.
And he may need it,
Or Skyler, for Skyler. And so then we go back to Skyler, and then Skyler's confronted by Marie, because Hank obviously couldn't get it from Skyler, so he thought his good sister would. And that is a scene that I think you liked a lot.
I liked a lot, yeah. That scene that Marie confronting Skyler all this whole time. When did you know? Was this after? Before you before she fell in the water, before Gus Fring, before Hank got shot, and now she knows where this money really came from that paid Hank's bills.
Yep.
And then what does Marie do next?
She slaps across the face, pretty much says, "You," and grabs the baby and tries leaving, but Skyler did not let it go, and she kept screaming, "Let go of my baby."
And yeah, even Hank has to come in. That I can't pronounce her name.
Marie
was doing a wrong thing, taking someone else's child. I know she's not supposed. Child shouldn't be in a bad house like that. But
so Marie's basically on Hank's level. She really wants Walt to go to jail and pay for this. But Hank tells Marie that he can't go to the office and tell everyone because for many reasons. For one being that he would look crazy and, they won't believe him. Another thing would be also, what would it be like?
He will be embarrassed by the whole DEA that his guy is his brother-in-law. The guy he wants is his brother-in-law.
Yeah, or he can even look like Hank knew all along. Who knows? There's so many reasons why Hank feels like he can't just go there and he needs a piece of evidence. He needs something, a statement to prove that Walt is...
and someone comes in to give him that statement. Maybe.
Yeah.
So Hank gets a little... go ahead.
So Hank goes into work and he basically, tries acting normal, but he gets good news from his good old pal saying that they have Jesse in from throwing the money all over the street from last episode. So Hank goes into the room to investigate and it ends right there. So what do you think Hank's going to do next?
Hank is gonna talk to Jesse. He has to keep his cool because you know how Hank and Jesse have their history together. It's saddening me to say this, but I think Jesse's gonna snitch. Jesse might say something that's gonna give him a lead back to Walter.
Yeah, you know what? It's sad. I don't want it to be true, but I do get this feeling like the first thing Hank's gonna do is turn off that camera and just start beating the crap out of Jesse and tell him
No way. He
Yeah.
needs him. Hank needs him.
You think so?
He needs
okay,
him.
but I know for a fact he's gonna say, I know Walter White is Heisenberg. I know for a fact that Walter White is Heisenberg.
Well, what do you think about the episode? Leave a comment, leave a question if you have. We'll try to answer it. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.
Yep.